Audley Harrison, thank you for talking to FrankMarone.tv. I just spoke to your trainer, Thel Torrance, and he says he thinks the British public is too hard on you because you're a boxer with great skills, and it's the skills that gets you through and not the aggression that people seem to want to see in the ring. Is that a fair statement?
Well, obviously everyone sees it different. My own personal view is the critics can stay there. The critics can stay there. They in fact, they motivate me. And they're giving me that extra fuel. I've got my own determination, I've got my own motivation. But that's extra fuel for me. Some people, they go into a shell because they're determined by what other people say. So if other people tell them they can't do something, they give up on their dreams and aspirations. I'm a guy who, when I turn up ready, my skills and ability, there's no one going to be able to live with my skills and ability. No matter if you're the biggest puncher in the world, no matter if you're the toughest guy in the world, my skills and talent and technique is good enough for any heavyweight. And I haven't turned up for some of my fights. Obviously, Danny Williams won. I didn't turn up. People don't want to hear about the excuses. But Danny Williams too, I turned up. And that performance would have been good enough to win me a World Tough title. And that's the performance. Consistency is the only thing I'm prepared to say I haven't been consistent back-to-back in terms of my fights. But from now on, it's important that when I leave camp with all my boxes ticked, it's about me. It's not about the opponent. It's about me.
I know you're a man that analyses every move you make and obviously all the fights. Is there a part of you that can understand maybe the sort of doubts of the British media or the British public?
Of course I can understand, because people are very, unfortunately I don't want to say that, people are very pessimistic. They're not optimists. And the people that are optimists are the people who are following my career and believing I can get there, because they believe in hope and they believe in aspirations. People who want to criticise me, why? I'm a guy on his journey, trying to achieve his goals. He's fallen a few times, he's got back up. You should be celebrating that, because that's what life's about. Life's about overcoming obstacles, and life's about persevering. And it's about the end of the journey. And my journey says, when I leave boxing, I'm going to have a belt around my waist and I'm going to be a heavyweight champion. And that's the bottom line. If you go to another country around the world, when people are up, when they're down, they're supported. In England, they're not supported because people want to bring you down. Because I'm confident, because I talk it before I do it, and it hasn't happened exactly as I said it happened, people want to hang me.
Audley, what's actually quite unique about you is that you're on this path and you believe in that path, which is very admirable. And even with your ups and your downs, your actually levels of confidence haven't dipped in the slightest. And again, maybe people watching find that a little, strange, that even though you haven't got there when you said you were going to get there, you've had some lows, your performances, you admit you haven't turned up to some of them. You still have this really high level of, maybe people call it arrogance, maybe people call it confidence. Where does that come from?
Well, it comes from my belief in myself. It comes from God. You get me? I know I'm doing... This is a God-given talent. This ain't something I'm doing accidentally. It's a God-given talent. So, in your life, find your passion. Find what really makes you tick. I'm not working. I'm doing this. Yeah, you get paid. But this is not work for me. This is my life. This is a passion. And I lost the passion. I'm not going to lie. Danny Williams won. I lost the passion. Everyone could see that. There's obviously something going on. But the fire is back burning. But even when I lost the passion, I never ever lost the belief. Do
you ever get frustrated within yourself? Do you feel like you get frustrated for yourself?
Everyone gets frustrated, but what I do is I analyse it and I'm able to pull it in the right box where I'm able to take the lessons. Because my thing is not about failure. I don't believe in failure. I believe in results and I believe in outcomes. So when you look at result, when you look at an outcome, you make adjustments, you learn lessons. And then you use it to set new goals, or you use it to climb that mountain. Don't change course. I'm not changing course. I'm going to be heavyweight champion of the world. I've been saying it since I turned professional. I'm not changing course. But sometimes you have to make adjustments based off the results or the outcomes.
Martin Rogan says that you've never fought anybody like him. And if you think that you have fought someone like him, he needs you to show them who those people are.
Well, Martin Rogan's had 10 fights. And I've been an amateur for, Olympic gold medalist, a very acclaimed amateur, and I've had 24 fights as a professional. And the people I've boxed in the ring and the people I've sparred with, I've met many Martin Rogans, and they're rough and they're tough and they're to be respected. But to be honest, my sparring partners are as tough as Martin Rogan, if not tougher, because they're far more experienced than Martin Rogan. What Martin Rogan brings to the table, he brings an unbeaten record, and he brings rough, tough aggression. But he makes a lot of mistakes. And I'm going to be able to penalise him and make him pay for those mistakes.
What can your fans on Saturday night expect from Audley Harrison?
Well, they're going to expect Audley Harrison who's going in there in shape, sharp, and probably I feel Danny Williams 2 was all about redemption, but I probably feel as sharp as when I boxed Rochelle Assisia in terms of my skills, in terms of my technique. So they can expect a Rochelle Assisia type of performance. And he was unbeaten, and he came forward trying to make a fight of it. And Rogan, as tough as Rogan is, he hasn't faced anybody like me.
Thank you, Audley.